Welcome to the Game of Risk, everyone. I am your host, OliveXC, a top 10 Grandmaster in this game. Today, we are doing Tutor Tuesday, where I review a subscriber game and help them and you, the viewer, get better at the game of Risk. Today, we have Joey. How about you introduce yourself, man?
Hey, hello, I'm Joey. I started playing Risk I'm not sure how long ago, but like everybody in the current boom, like YouTube randomly told me to watch Pete. I did, and I'm here.
Everybody likes Pete, and you know what, Joey? After this video, everybody's gonna like you. Yeah, so this game right here is on Earth 2209 AD fixed. No fog with blizzards. So Joey, can you give the audience a background about like yourself and like in this game? Like so like are you an expert, master? How much experience do
um,
you have?
I'm currently a master, but like I've done the grind up to Grandmaster, and I fell back a few rank, and because like what I did is I really wanted the Grandmaster rank to be able to enter the Grandmaster tournaments. I lost all purpose and like I don't care about my rank anymore. So I lost a few games, and I mean that's just fine. And I decided on these settings because I tend to have a harder time both on fixed and on larger maps.
Yeah,
Like
because there's
I
a lot of elements to keep in mind. You have to keep in mind like politics, balance of the game, when to eliminate other players, as well as the mechanical elements what you expect from a progressive map of trying to take out players quickly, attacking very fast, having optimal pathing over a large number of territories. Like this is not easy stuff right here. So
like you're talking about kills, and kills is a thing I have a very hard time on because in progressive I can look at like the value of cards and try to see when it's worth it to go for a kill, but in fixed, in my mind, it's never worth it for the cards because the cards don't give anything.
yeah, so you have to try to find that right balance right here. So as we go into the game right here and we look a little bit like into the players. So Black on their first move, like they really weren't doing that much. Like I think they were going for Australia right down here. And you know about Australia? No Australia, no win. I loved Orange's move. They clearly had a good position in the North Africa region and were clearly going for that. White player had the best start of all. They took over a continent, and no
They
one can
had a
really
great
contest them.
spawn, and like from the way I'm seeing things, like right now, I'm thinking that White's the player to beat right now.
Yeah, White is doing some really good stuff, and I
Like
like what they're seeing.
he's already has got West Arctic, and like he's gonna get North America fairly soon.
Yeah, yeah, and
And
like
like and I really don't know how I'm gonna catch up at this point.
yeah. So what you did is like you're going for the Middle East area right here. First, I'm just going to be very, very honest with you. You had a bad spawn. Like, there wasn't really easy continents to go for. You could have gone for the Russian Federation up top here, but there's all these threes and twos, and it just wouldn't be
And
easy for you to break it. So you probably just would die before you can get strong enough.
yeah,
So
and it's also like if you like I understand my audio's in French, but if you listen to the audio, I talk about that. Talk that I thought at first of going for Russia, but I think it's a bit too big and with too many borders, and I won't be able to defend it.
So you kind of went for like the best position, which was like here, but there's a lot of things that are tough. And then we see the next turn on red. It's true no Australia, no win. Just absolute carnage. Like literally, I think the
Yep.
green player just got destroyed. We'll give it like a little sad face right here. And then green, like they're just all angry like this. Not very good at drawing, as you can see, Joey, but I'm trying my best.
So at this point, I'm thinking Green is going to go for Russia,
Yeah.
and that once I get my continent, I'm gonna try to expand east.
That's going to be hard because like the first thing I would probably prioritize do is protecting your continent because I the most what's the most important position on the board for you if you had to guess? So what's the most important territory on the board that you need to hold for your game strategy to work?
Oh, for me, it would definitely be I don't know the name, but the tree that's on the other side of the blizzard
Yeah. Yeah, so
because I can't get it back.
yeah, so two things here. One, I mean, the reason why this, like I said, this spot's so important is because if anyone were to take that territory right here, you wouldn't be able to retaliate against it, right?
Yep.
You would have to attack through Orange's continent, then break whoever did it, probably Black, in order to get that back. You would lose your continent and like most likely the game.
But
The
at the
other
point
thing,
where I went for that, Orange had thrown an alliance my way, and Black hadn't gone for South Africa yet. Like Black went for South Africa after decided to go for that plan.
yeah. The other, I think, critical decision that I wanted to highlight is you decided not to do the 4v2 in order to take the continent. What was your reasoning for not doing that?
Knowing my luck, I'm losing it.
Yeah. Also, what I did notice
And
as well is that
I feel like I'm very weak, and if I do fail it, like I think my game's over.
it's a tough
So I'm
decision.
thinking,
What I would have done there, and this is like a subtle thing, instead of doing a 4v1 up top here, like you did, followed by a, the 4v2, that's because you know a 4v2 is about 75%, right?
so maybe you're thinking 3v1 and 5v2?
Yeah, because then what you would have is a 90% roll right here, and then another 90%
And
roll right here. 90 times 90 is about like a 80%. So it increases your odds by like 5 or 6%. And that can make it worth it for you to like to kind of go for it and take the risk and go for it.
yeah, that makes sense actually.
You always want to kind of try play this out. And this just shows like on large, even on large maps, any little thing that you can do to get an edge is like very, very important. Because at any time, Orange could like decide to break you with their 11 because this is a very, very like strong spot. Green looks like they kind of bought it out, but you never know what bots might do. They could just take this 4 and go into you, just
Are
ruining
they
like
butted
your
out
entire
yet?
game.
I wasn't sure. I'm not sure if they did yet. They do bot out at some point, but
Yeah, yeah, but like they don't have a game. When someone's about to die
uh,
like this, like I'm assuming they're going to die very, very soon. They're gonna bot out. So they're still playing, but they don't really have a game. They were all going for Australia right here when
yeah.
it was just not the right move for them to do. And
So you see
now you
there,
finally
what I
go
did
for
is
it.
I went for the 100%, and I put whatever I had left on my bottom one.
Yeah, that point's the safest move, and literally the game's all going to come down to the black player. If the black player had a set, they decided to put everything on their 4, and then they decided to go into your 4 right here like
Yeah,
this, and then they just reinforce back here, letting orange know, hey, if you attack me, I'm going to go back into you.
I completely. I felt that like I have to go with a bit of hope, or like
Yeah,
I don't think I had any other play.
I think
And
it was
like
like your best option,
I'm
and
not
now
sure if you
black has the
noticed, but
set.
last
Yeah, so now we're getting to the critical part of the game. People are starting to get sets, people are getting their continents, and now
yeah,
ideally the strong players should be attacking like the weak players. If you notice, white's kind of fallen behind in troops right here. They're only at like a 32, and this is because
and
I
they
think they
slowed
took
down a bit.
he should have taken the continent right away. I think he wasn't knowing how players would respond, so he decided to be a little more cautious. Now,
Yep, makes sense.
Black, I think, here made a critical
But
mistake. They just left their troops right up there, and that's awful
yep,
because like that's not doing anything. They can't take a continent. Red can go
I
in
think they
and
were
like hit
trying to
them.
line up for the green kill.
Yeah. However, like the green player, as you see right here, is at 17 troops. An important principle I like to think about in fixed is what's the value of taking out a player. So, do you know what is like the inherent value of the green player right now, Joey? So
Um,
how many troops is the green player
I'm
worth?
trying to see. They have 3 cards, right?
Yes.
I'm seeing very little on my screen. I always think about it like each card is worth around 3 troops.
It's about 2 troops. You're assuming you always get the
Okay.
10 set, but sometimes, Joey, you're going to get the 4 set and you're going to get all the men in the world and be very pissed
Yeah,
off.
I agree. I understand that, but like as I said, like I have a hard time like adjusting to the fixed mindset where in progressive I'd get a lot more value.
Yeah, so progressive always gives that value, but like in fixed, like you want to attack someone when strategically important, or like you can take them out and it's like worth it, or you have a significant lead and you can like take a small hidden troops to get a better advantageous position in the future. In this case, it's
Yeah.
just like a bot. It's not going to really help that much. And if you make the bot move the right way, what would this green bot do? It would probably go into you. That could be great for the black player. It can go into white. That's also great for the black player. So it doesn't make sense for them to do it. Instead, what we saw is the orange player kind of retaliated and just took over the continent because
Yeah.
they could.
But
And
I
there's
don't know
just
if you
not
know this,
much that
but like 2 turns ago, I was signaling to orange to attack black. Like
yeah.
both because
So
orange has been a good ally, and I don't think he's gonna break me in the south. And also because orange got the continent before black did, so orange actually had a good opportunity to break black before black got troops. But then black put everything in Europe, so he didn't defend anyway. So orange still had the opportunity to go for all of Africa.
I think that was like a good like analysis there, and Black's game is over at this point. They're only getting 3 troops. They're going to fall completely behind. Orange is in a, or sorry, Red is in a dominating spot right here. White is in a dominating spot, and you're just kind of trying to survive.
And
And
I think it's at this point when I see black hitting green stuff that I'm thinking maybe I give up on my plan to go for Asia and try to expand up instead of right and try to go for Russia. Because at the same time, I could perhaps get the green kill while also getting a second continent for myself.
yeah, it is possible. I mean, it would be a lot of splits, and also the green player goes before you. So they're
Oh,
most
I'm not
likely going to
saying
be
right
trading
right
in.
now. I'm saying that's now my new plan for the future. That's what I mean.
Yeah. In the future, like that can work, but you can see like right here the well, it was nice what the orange player did, and I loved how you kind of convinced orange to do that. When you attack a player very hard, you always have to consider, can they retaliate against you? In this case, black could retaliate very hard. Like you did an amazing move earlier, hitting this area right here. That opened up the black stack to hit orange back as hard as possible.
Oh,
And at the same
yeah,
time,
that's exactly what
orange.
I wanted.
Oh, yeah. Joey,
Like
great
I
minds
wanted
think
to weaken
alike.
orange. I wanted to weaken orange without attacking orange. I'm allied with orange, so I'm thinking I don't want to piss him off. But if I accidentally, in quotes, hurt him, like I've like how can I say best of both worlds?
Exactly. So it all kind of like worked out. And now we see a, I think, wonderful move from the green player. This shows that they're a high level player right here. They are going for the kill. They're attacking pretty fast. And they attacked in a pretty freaking good line, too, to take out the
Yep.
green player. They're going to get a set. They have both continents. They didn't take a third one. Quite frankly,
I
they're in
think
a commanding position in this game.
are they retreating everything now?
So now we're kind of at a critical juncture, like right here. Like the white player is dominating the board, red player is controlling their position, orange owns all of Africa. Like you got to do something to get back into this game, and I see. I
Oh, and I
think
got the tin trade as well.
so, but I think we see. I think like the best move of the game from you here. You want to talk about what you did right here and what you're thinking behind it?
As I was telling you, like at first, my very first plan of the game, like I wanted to go for Middle East and then go for Asia, but I saw that Red was putting a lot of troops there. I would have rather he went for South America, but he really wanted Asia, so I did not want to start a war there. And then I thought, like, if I go for Russia, I'm gonna be weak diplomacy wise. Like maybe, just maybe, Red will appreciate the fact that I did not go and know him. Was I
Yeah.
allied with Red before, or am I asking for alliance now?
Well, you do have the alliance right now because we can see that you have like the hand symbol over like the
Yep.
red player. When I look at this here, it doesn't make sense for red to hit you
And I
because you have a 17.
am.
Whoops. You have a 17 like right here. That can hit them very easily. You have an 11 right here. And if you both
Yep.
basically went into a war like with each other where you go into him, he goes into you, you basically just both lose, right? Because when you both attack each
Yep.
other, you both lose. It just becomes a game between the orange player who just holds their region right here in like Africa, and
Yep.
the white player holds their region in like North America.
Wait, who
And
am I talking
the
to right now? I just noticed that I just sent an attack white. I'm wondering who I sent attack white to.
probably the orange player, but I wouldn't attack. No offense, like if I was the orange player, all I would do is take over another continent. Like
Or wait, maybe Red sent me attack white. Maybe that was it.
oh yeah, red sent to attack white, but like you shouldn't be attacking white. You should just be holding on. Like
Yeah, I
if I was
really don't want
orange,
a war
I would
right
have
now.
attacked this black one right here. Like I don't really care if someone gets a black kill. I would just get the extra troops, and then I would hope you as a blue player go, and then you go up, and then take this
Yep.
upper European continent right here. And if you do that, you're just
Yep.
going to
Right
be
here.
in an incredible position to take the game where
And
you and orange will be out generating the white player, and then with orange, red, and blue, you guys all getting strong, you could then out generate and eventually take out the white player together. And like I love this right here.
yep.
Like this is some of the strongest moves from you. You're making good pathing. You're taking over the continent. You're not overextending. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. I
And
also
I'm bringing my
love,
troops
yeah,
back because I'm not expecting to keep it. Like, if he wants to break, like, I'm just like testing the waters. So you want to break me, go for it, and
yeah.
I'm gonna
The
see
one thing I
where he
did notice
lands.
before is you made an aggressive move, putting in a 17 when you originally took over Russia right here. White responded by also leaving their own 17 right here.
Yeah,
And
and
I guess I wanted,
like
what was
he
your
went
thinking
for an
there?
equal size, so I didn't put any more because I'm not trying to start a war with white.
Yeah, what I probably would have done instead is because I know you had like the 13 that just happened to be there. You could have potentially like just left a 3 there and let like your like left a 3 in this territory right here. And because you have to leave at
Like
least
when I
3,
attack,
left a 9 here,
yeah,
and then take the 17 and like move that back to here, and then just keep in a very defensive position. So that way, if someone chooses to break you, it's not like the end of the world. But like again, these are minor
I
things.
see. But
Like
I like it there because like it is a potential way of attacking both white or red.
yeah, in case something does come up. But like
Yep.
ultimately, for you, like this is beautiful. Like when I look at the troop count right now, like orange and like white are pretty even with each other, but look at you, like you're still even them and your turn hasn't even come up yet. You are going to be getting so many troops. Look, now the orange player, are they taking the continent?
I was leaving it for them.
Yeah,
Like
they
we've
should be
been good
taking it.
allies for now. Like
Yeah, I think my thinking here is the orange player doesn't want to do that because they don't want to give away the kill to somebody else. End of the day,
at this
it's like
point,
it's
if
an extra
white
troop. It's
really
10
wants to
card,
kill,
10
he can go
troops.
for it.
Yeah, like look at everybody's troop counts, right? By the way, you don't have General Dab. Like otherwise, you should have dabbed. Like, do you not see how many troops a white player has right now?
Yeah, but I do not have any emotes at all.
You have no emotes, man. I don't have
Nope.
many either. I only bought my first emotes after I won the 1v1 tournament.
Oh,
Yeah.
am I attacking black here? Why?
You just were trying to get a card for yourself, and it was either that or attack
Oh,
orange.
right, right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then.
And also, you want to encourage your ally to just get the continent for themselves right here. So I think
Yeah, because I'm still thinking, like right now, I'm still thinking that white is my biggest enemy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from the beginning of this game, I think that white like had by far the best spawn, and
they had
that
the
had the
best
best
setup, like
opportunity
because again they
to.
took over this continent very very quickly,
I
but they did not
I feel
capitalize
that
by
they
taking this
played.
continent on turn two.
Yeah, like I feel like they played a bit too slow and did not get the advantage that they could have gotten. Like I feel like they could have ran away with this game.
I completely agree with you, Joey. They could have then expanded outwards. I think eventually taking over like this continent because it was like a natural guard from where they are there, and they could have just been in an amazing position for themselves. Like they're still fine because they had such a good natural setup. I just don't see like a what else like they could have what they can do now is besides just kind of turtle and wait, and that's why I say like a lot of like kind of weaker players like intermediate to experts do a lot where they kind of understand the importance of not suiciding into attacking somebody else and not letting strong players manipulate them, but they don't know how to take initiative. So when I this player lacks the initiative, I
Yeah.
think that they need to be like a very like kind of top player. That they know when to like to attack, but they don't know how to really make take commanding leads when they can. And now I get to the next moment of this game. Like this orange player is crazy right here.
Yeah,
Like
okay. And I
this
think is that when red
this
is
is
going to butt out
awful.
soon.
Yeah, that honestly, if I was orange, I would just keep attacking right here. Clearly,
Yeah,
the
makes no
um
sense.
like they
But
got
at
the
this point,
continent, but
I'm
red's
thinking
just gonna
it
hit them
makes no
back.
sense. At this point, I'm thinking makes no sense, but at least he's not making nonsense.
Now white takes out the black player. So again, like white's doing very, very good for themselves. They're attacking without anyone really looking like to get into them, and they're just holding a defensive posture for themselves. Like they could be doing better, but in the grand scheme of things, with everything that I see in Risk, I give them a B plus.
All right,
Now,
here orange tells me to attack red. And at this point, I'm very scared of red because I'm thinking they're gonna butt out soon. And there's that 28 like right next to me. So I'm like, I'm not sure what to do in this position.
yeah, well, I would just leave a stack and see what red does, and just looking ahead a tiny bit, as we can see right here.
Yeah, there is get this turn.
And now we kind of have to see, like, what are you going to do? This bot's about like to go into you. Like, what's the best move to
Oh
make here?
yeah, I remember at this point I wasn't sure what to do because like his time ran out, but the game does not tell me he's offline yet. So I was like, is he
It's
like
probably
trying
he
to
just
fake
dropped his
he's running
phone and
out?
walked away because he rage quit.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So I'm
it's a
like
common
not
thing.
sure
Players
here.
take this game way too seriously. Like, bro, you're just in a war game where you're killing people for fun. No reason to get angry over it.
But yeah, like at this point, I'm thinking because the game does not tell me he's offline, I'm thinking there's still a potential if I attacking that he wants to retaliate. So I think I don't attack red yet. I think I'm gonna attack him next turn.
Yeah, so we can just continue like waiting a tiny bit. So we're just in that waiting game. So now we can see what you do here. So again, I think this is a another kind of critical moment.
Oh, is it is it the turn I go for the kill? Oh, because I got a set, maybe.
So let's talk about this right here. You're about to go for the attack. I think this is
Yep.
the critical moment of the game, so I'm going to pause this right here. We can see that right now, white and like orange are like very very weak. You're almost doubling them in troops like right here. There's not much like that they can do, and it's very easy to beat a bot. If instead of you leaving all of your troops kind of like right here, only ready to like to hit the red player, if your troops were instead like kind of located here in like the Russia region, what you could have done instead is you could have gone down, hit orange super hard. Yeah, you could have went down here, broken orange bonuses like this, then went and hit broken white everywhere, and then they would both be completely crippled. The red bot would be very, very strong, but you would be in a dominating position in this game. Instead, what we see what happen
I
is you
I
basically
think I
throw
see
all your
your
troops into
point.
the red player.
I'm being a bit too naive and still thinking that like Orange is gonna not honor that alliance.
Well, at this point, Orange has broken all the alliances this game. So
Not
this
mine.
was
He hasn't attacked me once.
yes, he
So
hasn't attacked you, but he's shown that he's made moves to attack people like when they can, and we can see with this move here, like look at your troop count right now and like where you're at. Like even if Orange maintains a friendship with you, like you left basically extra troops for him. You're down to 75. The other players now have like a 40 troop lead over you, and you basically like took out of like the bot. The worst that the bot will do is they would break your two continents here, costing you about like a 20 troops or so. But since you have such a huge lead, you can afford losing troops for a turn or two. As the bot like expands outwards, the bot eventually goes on the orange player and like the white player. Or you could have done what I said before of preparing for an all-out attack
yeah,
on the orange and like in the white players instead. At this point, you're now heading into an even three-player
like
endgame. You went from having in a position of strength where you control the tempo, whereas you have to play very passively right now because of the decisions that you've made. Yeah, so we see here orange goes for the kill. They take out like the red player here, and now as we keep like looking at this game, you're now in a pretty even scenario, but like look at how strong white is. They are clearly going on the up and up right now, whereas like you are way down here and you have to figure out how to get back into the game.
yep.
So now we're kind of in a weird
Like
posturing position, and now
I'm
we're
thinking like you're right that I shouldn't have killed red. Like I don't think I ever would have went for attacking orange either. Like perhaps I could have just waited.
it's just like
I don't
different
know.
ways of thinking about how
Like
you may like I want to do it. So in this
because
case,
from my point of view, up until now, Orange has been an incredibly good neighbor to me. So I'm thinking, all right, I got all this. I'm gonna like fortify towards white, and Orange and I are gonna take white out now. And I'm telling him like attack my territory if you need to, because if 57 in Europe, I'm thinking just take the bonus and go for white at this point.
yeah, it definitely is an option. So as we keep uh, looking at this game, we wait and see what happens at this time. But let's see what Orange decides to do. Yeah, we can see right here, Orange just decided to take the continent for themselves. But now
Yeah,
we're
and I'm like, I'm fine with that. And
yeah,
he's telling me
now we're
attack
just
white.
waiting a little bit right here, because right now the game is balanced. Orange, but the the white player can take South America and North America and be in a strong position. Uh, the orange player has their continents, you have their continents, and it's basically an old three-way standoff.
But like as I'm telling you, like I'm looking at this with orange shades. I still think orange is on my side here, and that's the problem
Yeah, and
because
you
I
decide
break
to
white.
break this, and you decide to hit the blue player and break that balance. So this is
I'm
kind of like
signaling orange. I'm okay with your plan. I'm attacking white.
yeah, because here's the thing, and this is where you get down to the theory of the three-player end game scenario right here, and that is ideally what should be the case is because the orange is the strongest player, you should be teaming up with white, right? And together you should be going after orange like right here. Because otherwise, orange is going to get like very too strong because you can see orange just hit you instead.
But
White's
that's why I just broke white and I didn't go all out either.
yeah, but we can see right here you're kind of like weak now, and there's no reason for white to like want to attack you. In a three-player endgame scenario, you have to be very careful about the person who's like the strongest. In this case, the entire game, orange has shown a propensity like to attack like other players. So when I see this situation right here, my thinking is we have to be a little more careful about attacking like the weakest player because if attacker's advantage, you can expect the if the orange player were to make a move, they would kill like the white player, probably get plus 20 troops, given like how big the army sizes are, and they could potentially have a dominating advantage to then like take the game. Like you really have to be careful with this stuff. So we can see right here, like the orange player is almost in a position at this point where they can take the game. Then they left their 76 trapped, and it's because like if their 76 was right here where this 20 is right now, they could potentially just hit the white player, break
Yep.
everything of them, like in like a line like this, then go hit your 25 right here and break all your stuff, and then you guys would both just be crippled, and that would just be the game right there. It's like the same thing I was telling you before. Like the orange player had like the opportunity to strike right there, but the fact that they
But
left their
instead,
75
they
right
just
here
decided
cost
to go
them.
for another bonus. They had the 75 and they just went for a bonus for themselves. Like, it doesn't seem to matter at this point from my point of view. Like, you're not
Yeah,
keeping that Middle East, so it makes no sense for you to go for it.
yeah. So they're just going for bonuses, and clearly, but sometimes you have to know like the moment to strike. It's like kind of like the white player had like some of those moments in the game, and now the white
Yep.
player is trying to say, okay, we need to attack orange right now, or they are going to win the game. So they basically made a huge
But
gesture
they're
towards
doing
you.
it in a way.
So let's see what you do here. This is another kind of critical moment, and that you should be working together with the white player to balance everything out. Let's see what you decide to do.
I think I attack a lot of orange, but I do not allow a 75 back into my mainland. I think that's what I did.
Yeah, so you hit orange very, very hard. You're also at a very nice number again. This is the
Yep.
second second time that we've managed to get a nice number in this game. I do think that so yeah,
Like, I
we can
wanted
see
to hit a stack, but I didn't want to unlock a 75.
I think like the pathing like was fine. Again, the situation is precarious. You had to be careful as like the weakest player, but again, you didn't go too crazy when attacking, which is
And
important.
that's and this is where the game starts to get weird for me. Because orange, who was sending everything full into me, just suddenly decided to finally fortify 75, but into white.
Yeah, because white initiated the aggression. So again, this was a nice like again, white is like doing a lot right here. You just have to be careful about making sure orange doesn't get too weak. But given where orange is kind of positioned their army right here, yeah, you're doing exactly what I'm thinking. You're taking orange out of this area, and basically you're saying, hey, orange, take your big 77 stack and hit white really, really hard.
Oh, and
And
I'm
then you,
trying to block the other way so that orange doesn't bring the 77 into me. But he could have
yes,
still.
he could
But like
still,
I
but
was
like
trying
basically that just
to
gives the game to the white
white.
player. Now the orange player, I think, is making a okay. No, that they're continuing to attack right here, but they're being a little bit more defensive. But now we're getting into a situation where white is getting very, very strong,
Like he's getting strong, but
but he
he's
does have a lot
allowing
of
me to
continents.
keep the whole rest of the map. Like he's keeping that 50 lock there, and he's not attacking me. So I'm
Yeah, so you're
thinking
getting
like,
huge,
yeah,
huge troop generation. You can just sit and wait on this army or for a couple or these troops for a couple of
or
turns. You
maybe like
can
take two of white and just finish Europe maybe.
yeah, there's so many nice
But I think
things that
I
you
go
can do.
for Africa here.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
and
a
I just
critical
going for
mistake.
orange out of spite, and I completely agree with that. But I think that at this point it's still recoverable.
Yeah, it's recoverable, but if like I'm orange, I wouldn't be
Like
surprised if
my
it's going to
big
you because I
mistake
just
is,
know my game is over here. Like if you
but I
just
think my
all you had to do was
actual
hold those
usual thing.
continents, but orange does not
Yeah.
retaliate into you. So basically
Like
you just did
white
a
is
few you poke the bear's eye, and the bear did not bite, but the bear is about to bite if you're not careful.
and white's just stacking interior to themselves.
Because they're hoping.
He's
And now
just
look at
waiting
this.
for me to kill orange, and that
Yeah,
I just took the bait.
yeah. What you could do at this point, and again, like let's talk about this critical moment of the game. We see right here with you're at 190 troops. Red just sorry, orange just has this 185 stack, and
Yeah,
white's 50 stack right here is blocked. They have 130 stack right here, and their 40 stack right here is blocked. If you had like basically took like you basically left like 35 troops right
yeah,
here,
just stop their
break,
30
break,
from
break
attacking
white,
me.
hit this right here, then you can go and I'll whoops, go back and play right here at this point. Then you could have just put the rest of your troops on the side right here and just took out orange. White's main armies would have been trapped. You could have taken off like the rest of the territories like on the board. White would only be getting like 5 or 6 troops. You would get like an extra 50 troops, and then you would have proceeded to take the game right there. Instead, you take out the orange player here. You can see
Like
right here, like
I don't want to unlock the
the
50
30
of.
is unlocked, and the 30 can break everything. Again, like
Did
another
I
kind
not?
of like
Did
critical
I
moment
not
right here.
fortify my 37 up? I think yeah. I'm bringing the
Yeah,
37 to
yeah. So it's
block
a good
30.
move. Like white, but white can still break you because again, they can just go up
Yeah,
here. There's a
yeah,
lot of things that they can do. But the better move, because you kind of you had like a 37 right here, right at the end. You didn't need all those troops. You instead left 35 troops here, and it hit and broke white, where they would not be getting all these big bonuses. They would not have been hitting you as much because like look at the troop count right now. Yeah, we can
I don't
see that the white
like
player is just so strong.
I don't plan in advance enough. Like I was thinking I want to kill orange. That's what I do. And I'm not thinking about like how many troops do I need to do that. I'm just no, I'm saying
Yeah, you
everything
always
there
need
and
about +6 troops, and as troop sizes get very very large, like the odds like get higher for themselves.
yeah.
We saw this like many times before. The white player could have done this like once in this game. Orange player had an opportunity to kind of strike and like break everyone. You had an opportunity once. You had an opportunity there at the end of the game. We can see kind of like right here that there's not much that like you can do here. Like you're at 80 troops. The white player has shown a strong propensity to like attack optimally around the board. There is not much. You leave the 19 block a little bit, but it's kind of like
Yeah.
too little at this point. I'm just gonna like
I,
speed ahead a couple of minutes.
I forgot that the other side was a blizzard.
Yeah, but these are
Yeah.
just minor things. It all kind of came down to you kind of left too many troops taking out like the orange player. And because of that missed opportunity, now the white player is clearly
I,
showing like the ability to attack around the map. And if I just go ahead, yeah, basically the game is I just like moved ahead a tiny bit towards the end of the game right here, and we can see the expression on your face. You look kind of like annoyed because like the white player, as you can see, they just had so many more troops. There's not much that you can do like right here, and the game is kind of like wrapping up as a result, and it looks like yeah the white player will take this. But Joey, this was a good game. This highlighted a lot of things about like alliances, balance, attacking on large maps, and most importantly, the lesson for the audience to take: knowing when to make that decisive strike in order like to defeat the players and take the game. Yeah, like Joey, like you have so much potential in this game, and I can't wait to see what you do. In any case, I just want to thank you again. But with I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. This is OliveXC and Joey signing out.